once, I guess. We have to make it good. First of all, I want to say, you guys are married. It's hard to put this in perspective because you understand that Jason and I met in the 4th grade when I moved from Memphis, Tennessee, and from the playground to here, pretty much haven't changed at all. And she said yes. So I was working on this speech late last night because I do everything in advance and this morning. And trying to pick out what to say to Jason is like trying to pick out a needle in a stack of needles. They're all going to hurt a little bit. You just don't know which ones to pull out. Oh my goodness. So lots of stories, lots of adventures, and it's not really about what to say, it's about what not to say here. So I've got a few things crossed out that I worked on. So we'll see what we can do here. So I already talked about the 4th grade, and if you turn your hymnals to the programs that were put out, most of this stuff in here is true. We met in the 4th grade. We were told not to play together by Mr. Cohn, a principal that we will never forget, because we were in his office many times to talk about our attitude problems. And I think our parents probably would have appreciated if we hadn't played together as much as we did, but we figured that it was more efficient. We could do more damage that way. Yeah. So in light of what's true in here, three things that actually have not happened. We've never been arrested together. It didn't happen. We never started a fire intentionally. And that forest fire was not our fault. It was Jason's fault. Let's see. We never had to bribe a police officer to get out of trouble, but I did get her number. A little inside joke there. And the rest of pretty much the statute of limitations has not run out yet, so I'm not allowed to talk about that. But really, when I want to talk about Jason, I say that people say we're the best friends that anybody could have. We're really not best friends, we're really brothers. And I'm pretty much a third son to Karen. And it's been an adventure for her too. But she's taken care of us and kept us out of trouble, which is the reason why I didn't get as much trouble with my parents, because she would cover for me. So I really thank you a lot, Karen, wherever you are out here. You're over there. So I really appreciate that. I would have got grounded a lot more. Yeah. So it's amazing to see this place the way it is right now. I mean, there was a lot of work to went into this. I want to thank everybody that helped set up, Hazel for the flowers and the arrangements. A hand of applause to everybody. I mean, it's amazing. I don't know if you know how many of you know Jason's different sides that well, but it's sort of like the beginnings of a redneck joke. You think? I mean, if you've ever had to move the forklift before your guests arrive, you might be a redneck. If you've ever taken bets on which table the owl was going to crap on, you might be a redneck. And that was table 5, and the bride won that one. Oh my goodness. What else do I have on here? No, I can't talk about that one. And nobody knows about that one. And I guess I have to tell my dad about the damage to his barn. Jason, you were right. The gasoline was a bad idea, and the bushes were way too close. Sorry, Dad. He renovated it, so it's fine. And I guess we have to make fun of Jason for being a pilot. He's almost one now. He's working on it. And Amanda probably had to suffer through some of this stuff, so you can probably relate. How do you know you're on a date with a pilot? Well, after the first half an hour, he says, well, enough about flying, let's talk about me. And the difference between God and a pilot, God doesn't think he's a pilot. There's a lot of truth in that. So anyway, in closing, I'm not going to make fun of you too much more. But I want to say it's been an honor. It's been hilarious. And it will continue to be. And it's so nice to be here with you, and for Amanda to put up with you, and by default have to put up with me as well. It takes a big heart and a kind soul and a patient person to deal with that. And I love you both very much. So I'd like you guys to raise your glasses. Jason, may you have all daughters. May I always be your friends, and may you guys have a long, loving, happy life together. I love you guys.
How much for the cross-off one?